If you want to grow your email list, stick around. In this video, I'm going to share how I've grown my own up to over 25,000 active, engaged subscribers at this moment of recording, and how you can do the same. If we haven't been introduced yet, my name is Kaye Putnam. I'm the psychology-driven brand strategist. In one of my low-cost paid workshops called Clarity to Scale, I define and boil down the entire online marketing system to 3 phases. I'm going to introduce them here quickly to you because it's relevant to what I'm going to share with how I've grown my email list over the years. There are 3 phases, like I said. First one is to attract, meaning you need to get your brand out in front of people who have no idea who you are. We need to reach cold people continuously. Second, after you reach those people, then it's time to nurture them. You want to grow the relationship, build the know, like, and trust factor so that they're ready to buy from you if they're the right humans for you. Third step is to convert to sales. So we want to serve the people that we're meant to serve, and we need to do that in the 3rd stage. In between each of those 3 stages, we have a little veil that needs to be pierced. And if we stick a mechanism in each of those phases, then the whole system works. So we need to have some type of activity that we're doing to get in front of new audiences. But the thing that we need before we can nurture them is some type of invitation onto our email list. We're not going to cover it in this video, but the asset in between nurturing somebody and then selling them is often something like a masterclass or a webinar or a free challenge. But that is outside of what we're talking about today. We're really honing in on how do we convert people from the attract phase, who have no idea who we are, to nurture, meaning they're a warm member of our audience. Okay, thanks for bearing with the geek in me that just needs to systemize and see the whole big picture. I promise that it's relevant. Because if we didn't know what each of the phases were, I could just tell you what the thing is in between attract and nurture, which is the quiz. And I'm going to break down how amazing the quiz strategy can work for you as well. But we first have to acknowledge that I can't just have a quiz sitting on my website not doing anything. I actually need to get it in front of people. So I've done that in 2 ways that have worked the best for me. And I will tell you, it has not been social media. It has not been organic content. I think as online entrepreneurs, we overemphasize posting on Instagram, posting on Pinterest, posting on Facebook, having a Facebook group. All of these activities have done little bits of benefit to my business, but the 2 places where I get the most benefit are ads and what I call OPA, which is other people's audiences. So ads are pretty straightforward. I generally use Facebook and Instagram ads that invite people directly to the quiz. And then I also have experimented with ads on Pinterest, which have worked well as well, which also are advertising the quiz. Because if somebody comes into contact with me who has no idea who I am, the quiz is that perfect first introduction. And let's talk about how that converts. So my brand quiz has been up for years. I think I put the first iteration up in 2013. So I love this strategy for how evergreen it is. I love it even more for how effective it is. So as of right now, my quiz converts at less than $2 per email lead. Now, I don't know about you, and this is different for every single industry that you're in, but especially in this online business building industry where ad costs tend to be quite high, I sometimes am paying somewhere between $5 and $7 for something like a guide or a PDF that I'm asking somebody to sign up for. If I want them to sign up for a challenge or a webinar, I'm paying anywhere between $7 up to even $15. I think I made a mistake because I was in my ad manager and I noticed that I was paying $60 per webinar lead for a launch that I did about a year and a half ago. So it's just amazing how much and how expensive some of the strategies are compared to a quiz. Quiz ads tend to be really cheap because people find them really engaging. So it's easier to get somebody to click and to convert than it is on some of those other strategies. Also, conversion rates vary wildly from business to business, but just to give you a little bit of a benchmark, if somebody starts my quiz, the percent that they're converting to a lead is about 37% if I put all of my data together. So that's not bad, right? So like of every person that starts, or of 3 people that start, at least one of them converts to an email lead. This is even more significant because on my quiz in particular, I give people the option to bypass the email opt-in at the end. If they just want to skip straight to the result, they can do that. But still, 1 in 3 are signing up for the email list and then getting the additional resources that I offer for their quiz result there. From a view to a lead, so there's always going to be some percentage of people who click on an ad, they like see the page and then they bail. That is about 24%. So 1 in 4 people who click on the ad actually click through. In terms of cost per view in the Facebook Ad Manager, I'm seeing some as low as 11 cents per view. So if we multiply that by 4, we're seeing that we're getting leads at even less than $1, less than 50 cents in some cases, which is bananas in the current ad environment. But just to be conservative, I wanted to stay with that under $2 or under per lead, which is extremely conservative for what I'm seeing. And I tell you, not only have the other strategies that I've tried been way more expensive in terms of getting people to convert, they just haven't had the staying power and the conversion power, the engagement that a quiz has had. So I've tried the content upgrades. I've tried free guides, like long form, beautiful, like highly designed, high quality guides that are just gorgeous. And nothing outperforms the quiz, even after years. So if you want to download my entire strategy and install it into your brand to use a quiz for lead generation to build your email list, I share everything from which ads I'm running, what converts, how I set up my quiz, how I think of the topic, literally everything in a new course of mine called Convert with a Quiz. It's available on demand, so you can get into it whenever you want. But if you are intrigued and want to tap into some of this magic for your brand and your business, that is the best way to do that. So click on the link below in the description to learn more about Convert with a Quiz. And I'm curious, how are you growing your email list? What's working for you? Are you seeing lead costs as low as $1 or $2 per lead? Or do you have some other finesse up your sleeve? Let me know in the comments. If one of your goals this year is to grow your email list, give me that thumbs up. I want to cheer you on in this journey. And be sure to hit subscribe because I'll be sharing more videos about branding, entrepreneurship, and psychology most weeks, each and every week. And I'll see you then.